Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So, it's been a little bit since I made a Ghost video. I made one with my 4-star. Well, I pulled the 5-star, and I didn't want to make another one until I ranked up this Ghost to 4. And now is the time. Now, if you've been following my channel, you know that I've made several rank ups recently. I took Dr. Voodoo to rank 5, and I took Havoc to rank 5. I will have gameplay videos on both of them shortly, but for this video, it's all about Ghost. Now, I recorded this a little bit differently. Normally, I like to record this with Streamlabs OBS or OBS on the computer and do sort of a live commentary while I'm ranking up the champion. But because of the problems connecting to the network issues that you see right there on the screen that happen every single rank up, I decided to just use the iPad, record it, and then I can edit it out so that you're not having to sit here while we both wait for problems connecting to the network to be over. Alright, so that sped things up considerably, and Ghost is now my newest rank 4, and I'm going to take it to rank 5 as soon as I get the T5 basics to do so. Alright, so I'm just giving you a quick look. It's not a closer look or anything like that. We already have one of those on the channel, but I wanted to show you guys her synergies and her abilities. You can look through them at your leisure, or as some of my friends say, at your leisure, and see what makes Ghost one of the most sought after champions by so many. And honestly, she lives up to the hype. Absolutely lives up to the hype. But you do need a good skill level to play her. She takes practice. And what you see me here doing against Winter Soldier is getting in some practice before we continue on with some more gameplay on Ghost. So I'm still getting used to playing Ghost style, but I like her. I like her a lot. So of course we went in here with all the synergies as you saw. The Wasp one to me is the synergy to have, but the Hood synergy also. But I also threw in Ant-Man as well. So going against Winter Soldier, for me, it doesn't really show all the power of Ghost, but it's great to practice. So I start off going in there against Winter Soldier, and mainly what I'm trying to practice is two things. I'm trying to practice that phase intercept, and I'm also trying to practice phasing recoil. Sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't, and I'm still not 100% on that timing. Sometimes when I fire off a special and I try to phase at what I feel is the right time, she just doesn't move. So I'm guessing that that's because I went a little too early, and sometimes I go a little bit late. So like, let's watch this here. Okay, that was a perfect one. I phased out, recoil did not do any damage to me. Beautiful. Okay, ignore that, I just messed up. Alright, so going in here with Winter Soldier is fun. Like I said, it does give me a little bit of practice. That unblockable special 2, what you want to do, and that's where the Wasp synergy comes in, but what you want to do, as I've found, is when you have your special 2 ready, phase and fire your special 2 immediately. That was something that I wasn't doing, and when I don't do that, what happens is that he'll fire off his special if he has one. Alright, now you see there, I didn't get the phase recoil thing perfectly there. She did go, but I think I went a little bit too late. But in any case, what I found is when I delay phase and then firing off my special, he'll fire his special off, and then I have to wait back out, either evade the special or block it. Okay, so you see here, I got that special 2 again, phase, fire it off. And I need to be a little faster. Okay, and there I got the recoil phased out just fine. So I just need a little bit more practice with that. There's a lot of timing with Ghost, and knowing the animations of the person that you're fighting helps a lot. And it is a different style. I'm normally a very aggressive type of a fighter, but I just love that. Look at that. Okay, got the recoil again. So I'm thinking, all right, I got the phase. The other thing I was trying to do is I was trying to build up some furies, which you can do by throwing her heavy. But I don't know. That didn't seem to be going too well for me. Maybe I was trying to do too many things at once, and my little poor brain just couldn't deal with it. All right, so that was the Winter Soldier. Nice warm-up. Now, what we're going to do for the rest of the video, because I thought it was a little bit more fun, is to take her out into the wild. So we went into uncollected mode. So now we're not fighting these, you know, a beefy champion like Winter Soldier in Realm of Legends. Instead, we're just going through uncollected. And now I chose the final chapter of Uncollected, and this is the first quest where you have Nick Fury at the end of it. He's the boss on this chapter. And I actually go through this entire path, and when I got to Nick Fury, I forgot about his ability to basically nullify her phase. So she is a horrible choice as far as I'm concerned for Nick Fury, unless you are just a god with Ghost, and you're gonna have to play her a little bit differently. But I'm trying to learn this particular Ghost style, and Nick Fury just messes all that up. So I don't include that fight. I got wrecked, just so you know, because I forgot. So I went in there and I'm like, okay, let me, you know, use some of these little level 1 heal potions, heal up a little bit, and we're gonna give this a go. So I went in, did my attack, phased out, waited for him to attack, and he was just pounding on me. And I saw the, you know, that message, you know, phase failed, all this good stuff. And I went, oh yeah, that's right. He does do that. And so I'm just like, well, I don't want to include this because that was a, you know, poor choice on my part to showcase Ghost. But all the fights up to Nick Fury, I included, and they're great. I'm loving her, okay? Still not, you know, really good with Ghost yet, but I'm doing okay, you know? Now, after this one, since Nick Fury wasn't a great option and I didn't do another boss fight, what I also wanted to do next, after this path, was I went to the next chapter, the final chapter. I did not fight Captain Marvel, but what I did do was I took the Biohazard path. I was curious to see just how well she did on Biohazard. And so you're going to see how well she did there. But all in all, I actually really like Ghost, and I cannot wait to take her up to rank 5. She is awesome. I see why a lot of people consider her, you know, the best in the game, if there was a best. Basically, she can do more fights. She can handle more paths that have crazy nodes on it than any other champion. So if that's your criteria for being the best, that you can handle the most, you know, variety of situations, then yeah, Ghost would be considered the best. Now, my Ghost is only rank 4, and I am running suicides. That's another thing that I wanted to mention. So you'll notice that I phase right in the beginning when I remember. By phasing right in the beginning of the fight, it removes my double edge, the bleed, and liquid courage, the poison, and it gives me fury buffs instead. So right off the bat, I phase out, so I'm not taking any bleed or poison damage, and for a short time, she does a lot more damage. All right, and you see here, I am just having myself a ball with that phase and special 2. You can fire it off with Wasp. It's unblockable, so you can fire it off as soon as you have it. If you wait until he's attacking, of course, it's even better. It looks great. But what I love about it is the fact that it doesn't matter if they're blocking. So they can do the quick block all they want, and you're still going to hit them. And you have guaranteed crits when you do that when you're phased. So you hit hard. All right, so now we're fighting Kingpin. And you guys know I love fighting Kingpin with Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. But, of course, anybody can take out Kingpin. But this, I thought, was a nice little trial for me, anyway, fighting Kingpin here. And, honestly, it went just like all the rest of the fights. Now, when she's awakened, she will build up power a little bit more. I believe that when they do the mist, when she's phased, she'll generate power. And really, what you want to do is build up to your special 2 as fast as possible and fire that off. If you have the Wasp synergy, that's just going to take them out very, very quickly. Unfortunately, my ghost is not awakened, so I have to build up to a special 2, you know, a little bit slower. But I still get a lot of practice in with the, you know, phase, let them miss, and then attack. So I try to do that every time. I've watched videos. Panda Man Pete and Ankit are 2 that I definitely watch to see how to play Ghost. And I'm not on their level by any means, but I'm much better than I started off with. And she is a lot of fun to play. I will give you that. Alright, so this is the final fight for this path, and now we're going to see how she does on Biohazard, and then we'll end the video.
Breaking news. The following message is requested by the state of Modern Talk. There's been an outburst of a deadly infection. I repeat, an outbreak of a highly contagious virus. Sensed through the station's emergency alert system. We have been told the outbreak was caused by 2 men who have killed and eaten the body of the deceased. Not to approach or apprehend these parties as they're extremely dangerous. If you have been in contact with one of these men, please seek immediate help as you might be infected.
Alright, so we've come to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed a little Ghost gameplay. I know I enjoyed, you know, fighting with her and practicing. I don't have high confidence yet in her, but I am going to start bringing her to Alliance War so that I can get a little practice in with her. But the thing about bringing her to Alliance War is that I'd want to bring in Wasp. You know, that synergy for sure. And that means that I won't be able to take in my normal team. You know, I'll bring in, you know, my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced, but then I'll bring in Ghost and then Wasp. So that might work out just fine. And we'll see how it is. It's in the off season, so now is the time to play. All right, so click like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about this video. And you guys have a blessed day.